Tensions are rising between U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy after a White House meeting ended in disagreement. The dispute centers on a proposed minerals deal, with Trump insisting on a large share of Ukraine's resources in exchange for continued support. European leaders have strongly backed Zelenskyy, stressing the need to protect Ukraine's sovereignty and condemning Trump's demands. But how will this conflict impact the global alliances? Watch the video till the end and make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's dive in. Tensions rise between Trump and Zelenskyy. The relationship between former President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy took a sharp turn after a tense exchange at the White House. Their public disagreement has cast doubt on the prospects of a peace deal to end the ongoing war in Ukraine. According to U.S. officials, the next steps are now entirely dependent on how Zelenskyy chooses to proceed. Following this heated meeting, discussions within the Trump administration have reportedly touched on the possibility of pausing U.S. military aid to Ukraine. While no official decision has been made, the uncertainty surrounding the support has raised concerns about the future of U.S.-Ukraine relations. The White House has refrained from commenting on the matter, leaving speculation about the administration's stance on continued assistance. Failed deal and diplomatic fallout. Zelenskyy's visit to Washington was intended to solidify a critical minerals deal with the U.S., which Trump positioned as a safeguard against future Russian aggression. The deal aimed to allow the U.S. to invest in Ukraine's rare earth mining sector once the war ended, potentially strengthening Ukraine's economic position. However, tensions escalated during their Oval Office meeting, leading to the agreement being left unsigned. The meeting, which included an extended session with reporters, quickly turned sour. Trump grew visibly frustrated with Zelenskyy, questioning whether he was truly committed to negotiating an end to the war. As a result, Zelenskyy was asked to leave the White House earlier than expected, despite attempting to smooth things over with a social media post thanking Trump and the American people. The damage was already done. U.S. officials now believe that peace talks are effectively stalled, with Trump waiting for Zelenskyy to take the next step. Trump's perspective and political calculations. Throughout his 2024 campaign, Trump repeatedly promised that he would bring an end to the war in Ukraine within 24 hours of taking office. However, the latest developments suggest that he is farther from fulfilling that pledge than ever before. Just 2 weeks before the White House clash, Trump had reportedly spoken with Russian President Vladimir Putin, stating that peace negotiations would begin immediately. Following this conversation, he called Zelenskyy to inform him of his discussions with Putin. From Trump's perspective, Zelenskyy has not adequately adjusted to the shifting political dynamics in the U.S. His administration viewed the Ukrainian leader's approach as overly demanding, with some officials interpreting it as a lack of gratitude for American support. Zelenskyy's refusal to sign an earlier version of the minerals deal only added to the frustrations within the Trump team. Trump himself even went as far as publicly referring to Zelenskyy as a dictator, signaling the growing rift between the two leaders. Uncertainty over U.S. support for Ukraine. One of the key sources of tension during the Oval Office meeting was Zelenskyy's request for stronger security guarantees from the U.S. beyond economic cooperation. Trump administration officials have maintained that Zelenskyy was well aware that such guarantees were not on the table. His insistence on the issue, however, irritated Trump's team, deepening the divide. With peace talks at a standstill, there is growing uncertainty over whether the U.S. will continue supporting Ukraine in the same capacity. While some officials believe there is still a chance for collaboration, they suggest that Zelenskyy would need to significantly alter his approach to working with Trump. For now, Trump remains unconvinced that Zelenskyy is fully committed to ending the war through negotiation. The situation remains fluid, with many within the administration waiting to see whether the Ukrainian leader will make a move to repair relations. Zelenskyy's European outreach. Amid the fallout from his meeting with Trump, Zelenskyy traveled to the UK for discussions with European leaders. His trip included high-level meetings aimed at securing continued support for Ukraine's war effort. This weekend, he is expected to attend a summit in London alongside over 15 European leaders, where strategies for addressing the conflict will be a primary focus. With uncertainty surrounding the future of U.S.-Ukraine relations, Zelenskyy's outreach to Europe has taken on greater significance. European leaders may now play an even larger role in determining the next steps for Ukraine's defense and reconstruction. However, the strained relationship with Trump adds another layer of complexity to an already difficult situation. As the war in Ukraine continues, the breakdown in talks between Trump and Zelenskyy leaves the future uncertain. While diplomatic channels remain open, both sides appear to be waiting for the other to take the first step toward resolution. Will Trump's tough stance push Ukraine toward new partnerships, or will Zelenskyy find a way to mend ties with the U.S.? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates. Thanks for watching.